WRTV explores the power of technology in transforming the future of Indiana's farming industry. The state is a magnet for innovation in agriculture. Just this week, an ag tech startup chose Indiana for its first U.S. large-scale sustainable shrimp farm. Here are some vast agriculture facts for you. Indiana is the 10th largest farming state in the nation, which is significant considering its relative size to other farming states like Texas. Agriculture contributes around $31 billion to Indiana's economy each year. Indiana's top two agriculture commodities are corn and soybeans, and those are two of the crops I found at one Hoosier farmer's fields during this next story. Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Shen. It's getting into harvest season for our farmers, and their tasks depend a lot on Mother Nature. But now there's a new device allowing more flexibility and better capabilities to Indiana farmers at a reasonable cost. Just above the crops. Built in Indiana, a fairly new device comes together to make working a cinch for a family of Hoosier farmers. We're talking about Bennett Walther and his recently purchased agricultural drone. It's the first drone for his family farm. But Bennett says with a few taps of the screen,
I'll go through my different setup procedures.
This drone takes off with a self-flying software.
It takes me 3 minutes to set up the wings and a minute to connect, and then I can go.
It's almost a break for these farmers who know hard work.
I grew up on Christmas. We didn't open presents until the cows were fed.
Farming's more than a full-time job when you have soybeans, wheat, barley, and corn to harvest for producers like Hill's Pet Nutrition. Use that for my dog.
Yeah, some of our corn might be in your dog's food.
Okay. Now these drones bring a new method to an old industry. What do you personally think about it? Has it been helpful?
I'm a fan of it. I think it's really useful in the right situation.
For Bennett and his father, the drones help spray chemicals to destroy fungus. Most times, farmers pay people to fly planes to treat their crops.
You know, application fees of having someone else come in and spray it is significant.
Now it's a significant money saver that can run for hours on electric batteries. This Helio drone can cover a good 5 acres out here on one battery. That's about 10 minutes worth of flight time, but it comes with 4 different batteries. They can rotate them out and cover a good 20 acres within that rotation. Even with limited battery life, Bennett says the drone spraying method beats the alternative of using expensive fuel with a sprayer on the ground that can crush crops when it rains.
If we had a bunch of big rains and you mow your yard, you might tear up your yard a little bit. It would be the same thing with us spraying our crops. We would be getting out there, tearing it up.
And with this sprayer in the skies, work continues when the crops are wet or dry.
I can just wake up and go, I'm gonna go spray today. Allows us to be more efficient with our time. Instead of sitting around twiddling our thumbs waiting for the right time, we can go out and get stuff done in between operations.
It's farming work taking a turn for the skies.
It was very much a net positive for us.
Helping farmers ground and grow their work. One thing Bennett mentions as an additional obligation with using farming drones is having to get the agriculture chemical operator's license, which of course takes extra time and effort. The Helio team makes their drones here in the United States. Right now, around 300 people in the U.S. use Helio drones. Company officials say that number is more than doubling every year they've been in business. So they predict several thousand farmers will use their product and other spray drones in the future. Arthur Erickson and his 3 co-founders at the University of Texas at Austin came up with this drone. I asked him about the cost. As a farmer, you're spending money to take care of your farm, right? Whether or not it's with a tractor or with a drone. So when you pitch this to farmers, you know, how do you tell them it's going to save money? And will it really actually save them money?
So if you want to buy, what's called a high clearance boom sprayer these days, a new one of those costs probably $400,000 to $500,000 right now. Now with 3 of our drones, and you could do the same amount of acreage per day, same inputs, but you'd be spending closer to like $100,000 to $150,000. So right off the bat, from a capital expenditure standpoint, it's half the price, if not a third of the price of what you traditionally be seeing out in the market. But furthermore, if you're using these drones effectively the way they're meant to be used, with the precision aspect of them, instead of treating 100% of your crops or 80% that you normally hit with your ground rig, you can actually identify the problem areas and just spray 10, 20, 30%. So you're using that much less chemical to still protect your entire field.